Shadows fall, dimming the light. Whispers grow, a rising tide. Vindicator, where do you hide? Steel is over, heart ablaze. Through smoky haze, he sets his gaze. Justice calls a burning need. A city's wounds he vows to heed. From cobbled streets to tower high, Vindicator takes to the sky. Strike back with iron hands, defender of this promised land. Breaks the chains, sets spirits free. Vindicator for all to see. Whispers turn to thunderous roar. As shadows creep, he slams the door on tyranny's cruel, grasping hand. He fights for freedom, takes a stand. With courage born of darkest night, he ignites hope, a guiding light. Strikes back with iron hands, defender of this promised land. Breaks the chains, sets spirits free. Vindicator for all to see. Though battles rage and darkness reigns, hope's ember burns within his veins. He'll never yield, he'll never fall. He answers freedom's clarion call. Strikes back with iron hands, defender of this promised land. Breaks the chains, sets spirits free. Vindicator for all to see. A symbol etched against the moon. Vindicator rising soon.
Hello, everybody. How you all doing? I hope you've all had a great Christmas. How you doing, chat? How's everybody doing? Oh, there's not too many sore heads out there in the chat from all the drinking and stuff that you've been doing over the festive season. Still not over yet. We've still got New Year's Eve and New Year's Day to come yet. This is the strange period, isn't it, between Christmas and the New Year? That weird period in time. Reverb. The sound seems to be all right on here. Is the audio okay? Give me a thumbs up if the audio is okay, everybody. Yeah, it's because it's a bit echoey. I'm in the living room, so it's a bit echoey in here, so I apologise for that. The dead zone, yeah, exactly, Steve. The dead zone. It's that part of Christmas where nobody really knows what to do. It's not really a bank holiday. You get Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and then you get the 27th. And it's like, what do we do? Yeah, I don't like this stretch. So today is just going to be, I wasn't really planning to do a live stream today. This was just going to be a general chat sort of thing. See what you guys have been up to. If there's anything you want to tell me about what's going on in the world that I don't know about or anything like that. It's just a general chat. We'll have a look at Twitter in a bit, and we'll see what's going on there. I'll just have a quick bring it up and see if there's anything interesting we can talk about. Just got a bit of spare time today, so I wasn't planning to do anything like this until the new year, to be honest with you. But I thought I've got to do a live stream before the end of the year, probably. Let's have a look and see what we can see. I'll share this so we can see what we're looking at. So we'll come on here. We do it differently nowadays. Yeah, we do. My friend little girl has her birthday on the 28th, which must be diet. Yeah, my partner's birthday, her birthday's on the 29th. So yeah, it used to be 0 for Christmas Eve, then 12 days. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, most people now, they're putting their Christmas trees up in November, aren't they? I think things are that dire. People are they're so craving for hope that they start celebrating Christmas a lot earlier. I saw Christmas trees on our street up around about 1st of November this year. And so, yeah, the Christmas lights start going up, that sort of thing. I think from about the 21st of November onwards, people start celebrating Christmas now. But there are those, it's getting earlier every year. November the 21st is usually when the Christmas lights go on in Chesterfield. So from that day onwards, that's when you start seeing people putting their Christmas trees up and stuff. But yeah, I agree with you. You know, at one time it used to be people were celebrating Christmas at 12 days, nothing beforehand. You get your Christmas adverts, you get your toy adverts and that sort of thing on the build up to Christmas, wouldn't you? And then that would be it. But yeah, no Christmas trees. Some people would put a Christmas tree up on the 1st of December. I know we used to do. But yeah. I used to be a chef, so I never really liked the period. Always working, yeah. Double time, Gary. I think that's why I picked taxi drivers. Although now, the nightlife over Christmas in my town used to be really. You couldn't get in the pub on Christmas Eve in the town centre in the 80s and the 90s. I mainly grew up in the 90s, so I was going out and drinking in the 90s. So in the 90s, you couldn't move in Chesterfield town centre. It was a really good festive night. Everybody was singing Christmas carols. There were all Christmas songs on in all the pubs and stuff like that. It's just dead now. It's dead on Christmas Eve. You don't see hardly anybody out now. Not at all. I think it's because it's either too expensive or people just don't have the money anymore. They just stay at home. It's cheaper to get a few cans in at home, bottles of wine, and just chill out at home now, isn't it? This is what I mean. It's like we've lost that. We've lost part of our culture, and it is part of our culture. That was part of the culture of the town, and every town's different. But we used to have a proper nightlife. If people of Chesterfield, if you live in and around Chesterfield, people would know about the Brampton Mile. There's literally a pub every 10 feet for about a mile. Well, there used to be in Brampton. They used to start off right at the top of Brampton, walk into Chesterfield, and you would start off at the terminus. That was the official start of the Brampton Mile. And then you would literally have a pint in every pub on the way down. There was something like, I think at one time, there was something like 30 pubs on the stretch going into Chesterfield. Not anymore. They've all shut down. Obviously, COVID killed off the hospitality industry. There used to be restaurants and pubs going all the way down it. There was even a nightclub. Halfway down the Brampton Mile called the Bradbury Club. And if you couldn't make it into town, you could just go into that nightclub and enjoy your night in there, sort of thing. But it's all been killed off. The nightlife in Chesterfield is dead now. It really is. And it's unfortunate. It's definitely changed. Every town had its Brampton Mile. We certainly did yeah. My brakes don't work. Went out in Manchester, and it looked pretty dead apart from the street that makes up the gate. Yeah. You can guarantee that right up till midnight on Christmas Eve, people are out in the festive spirit. They'd see in Christmas Day with each other, and then they'd all go home. You'd all walk home. It'd be like a general Saturday night out. It's a really good night out. halves and still didn't make it to the end. Right, Captain. Did you do the Brampton Mile then, Captain? Have you been on the Brampton Mile in the past? Because it was really good. It wasn't. Obviously, you saw some fighting, but you didn't see much fighting. If anybody like kicked off, the bouncers would you'd see the rough end of the bouncer sort of thing. They didn't mess about back then. Like, you didn't misbehave, and nobody harmed women. Nobody harmed women or anything like that. Everybody was looking out for everybody else. It was just jolly. That you probably see the rarity. You probably see a fight, just one fight, and it wouldn't really be a fight. It would just be two idiots that bumped into each other having words, sort of thing. Yeah, a long time ago, didn't see no fights. No, you never used to, because everybody used to go out and they enjoyed themselves. I noticed, right? I went out on a this was what 7 years ago now. I went out on a work deal. I was working for a company. I'll not say which company because it might get me into trouble. But I went out on a work do, and we had the Christmas meal at a local restaurant, sort of thing, for everybody, all the employees and stuff. And then we went out and hit the Brampton Mile. But instead of drinking, they were all into drugs, all of them. They were all taking cocaine, stuff like that. And as soon as I saw that, that's it. I thought, yeah, I'm out. I'm done. I'm gone. It's not for me. I don't want to be around these people. And yeah, I think that's kind of ruined it. I think it's the onset of drugs. I'm not saying that drugs weren't around when we were going out and doing all, but it was a rarity. People generally, just had a drink and that sort of thing, and that's all they did. But it seems that I've been told by some of my door supervisor friends that it's absolutely rampant in the pubs on night outs now. They have to go in and check the toilets, do a patrol of the toilets, and they have like a special kit that they do to check the toilets to make sure nobody's been doing drugs on the toilets. I think Steve will be able to confirm this. They put like a little piece of paper down on the toilet lid and check it. If it turns a certain colour, then it's positive for drugs. And they know there's somebody in there now that's doing that sort of drugs, and they look out for them, they kick them out. But yeah, that's how bad it's got, and it's a shame. I mean, there were some nights, I'll admit it, there's some nights you could go out, you didn't even have a drink, and you could have a really good time. You didn't need a drink to have a good time. Just went out on the dance floor, dancing with your mates and having a laugh and that sort of thing. It's all changed. It's all changed now. It's a different country. It's a different atmosphere. It's a different culture. From what I can tell, on a Friday and Saturday night, the town centres are dead until about 11 o'clock at night, and then everybody comes in. Whereas at one time, from about 7 o'clock onwards, you were guaranteed town would be absolutely rammed, right up until about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when the nightclubs were kicking out. But all that's changed. Yeah, the toilet seat glow in the dark. Yeah. Lines on the porcelain bin. Yeah, exactly. She's going to be doing the count again. She's going to be doing the exactly count. I know she is. She'll be watching. Right, let's have a look at share the screen. Let's have a look at some things on Twitter. We'll see if we can see any stories on here. I'm going to put the light on in a minute because I can't really see the screen. So it goes quiet. It's because of that. Let's see if there's any stories we can look at. This. Someone show this to Tony Robinson and make him cry. His name is, and he's a second year doing this. Muslim chip shop owner in Liverpool stayed open on Christmas Day to give free meals to the needy. So obviously, it's this argument again, isn't it? It's always this argument. Because there's one Muslim out there that's doing some good things, then that excludes all the bad stuff that Islam is doing. This is their logic. It's just poor argument, pure reasoning. Poor reasoning. It's like someone said, yeah, obviously because this guy's opened up his fish and chip shop and doing, free meals for the needy, that just completely overrides everything that was done by the you know what, the certain gangs that are out there doing certain things to young English girls. Yeah, that just excludes all that, doesn't it? Just because this guy's opened his chip shop. It's just stupid logic, stupid arguing that. Interesting that King Charles' good annual message was easily the most watched TV item. Yes, because it was shit. People watched it because it was shit, and they couldn't believe what they were hearing from this absolute moron. Let's read what this has got to say. Watch TV item at Christmas Day. Xmas. Just call it Christmas. It's Christmas Day, not Xmas. People like to respect him. From Ukraine to Canada. Yeah, but nobody in this country respects him. His own people don't respect him. They think he's a traitor. I think he's a traitor. He's 100% a traitor to this country, saying that diversity is our strength, when quite literally and provably it isn't, is it? Pro-EU and pro-environment stance. His core beliefs, he gets mainstream UK, worth noting. No, he doesn't get mainstream UK. Mainstream UK voted to leave the European Union. So he's siding with the minority, isn't he? He's siding with the globalists. He's siding with the World Economic Forum. He's siding with Davos, not with the people of this country. The guy is a moron. And as I said the other day, the time of the monarchy is over. It needs to end. We'll get into this in a minute. I'm just going to put that. I'll look at some of the comments. I'm just going to put a light on because I can't see much. I should have put a light on earlier. There we go. Well, that's better. I can actually see stuff now. There we go. Good for the chippy owner. But what about the rest of the year and the rest of the invaders? Exactly. Totally agree. Yeah, and it's the Guardian. Totally agree. Charlie's a globalist. Yeah, nobody respects him. I forgot Tampon Charlie was even on at 3. I don't watch it. I never watched it. I just watched it afterwards. I just watched the highlights. But yeah, he's a moron, isn't he? I'm not even going to comment on that one. Can't really comment on that one. In America, a police officer shot and killed an unarmed suspect who continued to advance on him despite warnings, hitting him in the torso and the head. Use of force justified or excessive force. Well, if you're ignoring an order to keep your distance and you keep approaching somebody, then you're going to get shot. The easiest thing to do there to save your own life and to, de-escalate the situation is to comply with what the officer is telling you to do. Simple as that. And obviously they're forgetting the 2 other people that are approaching him as well. The officer shooting this guy has even punched him in the head to back him off. It's like, go away. But it's not just one person approaching him, is it? It's 3. So you take this guy out to give the other 2 a warning. It's like, yeah, I will shoot you if you don't back off. He did the right thing, in my opinion. Look at them backing off now. Why would they run away if their intentions were not to harm this police officer? And if it happened in this country, I'd be totally backing the police officer in this country that did that. And I don't care if they're white or black. The best thing to do is if you were doing this to an armed police officer, is to follow his instructions and you'll stay alive. So all the blame is on the guy in the yellow. He was warned, it was even slapped to stay away. But it's not just one-on-one, is it? It's 3-on-1, because these guys are obviously approaching him for a reason. See, he shoots him, the other 2 back off. Totally justified, in my opinion. Well, that's it, Steve. You don't know, do you? You don't know. I mean, you're not going to let somebody get that close to you and then pull out a knife on you. You don't know. And anybody that keeps advancing when you've got a pulled firearm on them and you're pointing it at them is going to make you very, very suspicious, because if you point a firearm at an unarmed person, their immediate reaction is to flinch or to back off. If somebody keeps advancing towards you when you've pulled a gun on them, that's a sure sign they mean you ill harm, doesn't it? They're going to do something to you. And it wasn't one-on-one, it was 3-on-1 by the looks of that. Those other two were also approaching him as well. Yeah, totally. Totally justified in that situation. And again, if that had happened in this country and a police officer had done that, I don't give a damn who they are, whether white, black, purple, pink or blue. You know, if you don't follow the instructions of an armed police officer, then you're an idiot. You back off. You do exactly what he says. You back off and you save your own life, don't you? You know, even if he was unarmed, Steve, it's obvious that he's not following orders. You know, he could have, like, those three could have overpowered him. They could have got his gun off him and they could have shot him with his own weapon. So to me, it was like a preemptive strike to send a message like, yeah, I'm going to shoot you if you don't back off. Totally justified. I just want to point out as well, I know that I've been ragging on the police a lot lately. I believe in the rule of law. I do. I 100% believe in the rule of law. What I'm advocating for is the equal implementation of the law. I want everybody to be treated equally under the law. I think everybody wants that, including some police officers. We all want these woke idiots to be driven out of the force. The ones that are driving this two-tier agenda, they're the ones that need to leave. We need a police force that serves the public, that administers the law fairly to everybody. And that simply isn't happening at the minute. And that's why I have an issue with it. I believe in the rule of law, in common law. We don't do anybody harm. We don't steal from people. We go about our lives peacefully, the best we can. Live and let live. That's the best policy. But unfortunately, our system of law at the minute isn't fit for purpose. We've got people out there that think they can make the law up as they go along. And they're bringing genuine, decent police officers into disrepute, that they are giving them a bad name. Because unfortunately, it seems like there's quite a majority out there that are doing this now. It's not just one or two. It's not just one or two bad apples spoiling the barrel. It's quite a few. And it seems to me that the decent police officers look like they're in the minority now. And the majority of them are these woke university graduates that don't know anything, that are just activists with a warrant card to me. I want our police force to return to being a police force that actually deals with crime, that's actually a deterrent to crime. That's what I want. Are people being banned? Who's in the... Are you getting rid of people, Steve? Message deleted, but yeah. Are you getting rid of people, Steve? There's somebody in the chat that is being a moron. So I can't see him on here. Was it our friend? Oh, I see it now. Yeah, I see it. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to be gone. There you go. Yeah, I know who that is, Steve. I just banned him. He's just been banned from the channel. I thought this might happen today because I heard... Yes, Keith, I had to ban him on Tom's stream, yeah. We all know who it is. We won't mention his name, but we know who it is. He's not welcome on the channel anymore because he can't behave himself, and he's behaving like a spoilt little child. So he's not allowed on any of our live streams anymore because of the things that he says. He's toxic, and that's all I'm going to say about him. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw the link out into the chat. Anybody that wants to come in for a chat or anything, you can do. I'm only going to invite people in that haven't been in before. So if you've been in before, don't click on the link. I'm trying to make this out so I'm getting a good cross-section of my viewers coming into the live stream. So don't be offended if I don't bring you into the chat because I'm waiting for somebody else to come in, if you know what I mean. Don't be offended by it. It's not personal. It's just I'm trying to get a different voice and different people coming in, so it's not the same people coming in all the time, if you know what I mean. There we go. No, links in the chat. Thanks, buddy. I sometimes forget to mention that. I don't really do much self-promotion in the chats at all. I will say the channel is growing nicely. Thanks to you guys. It is slowly but surely growing. I did hit a bit of a stall with the channel, but we're getting there. Get rid of that now. See if anybody wants to pop in. The link's there and wants to come in. But yeah, I had a pretty decent Christmas. I wasn't going to do any videos over Christmas or live streams. I was going to have a bit of a break, but I wanted to go out and do the morning walk videos because, believe it or not, they help me a lot. I enjoy doing them, not just for you guys, but it's for me as well. The morning walk is really great. I feel the effects. If I don't go out and do the morning walk, I feel the effects during the day. I feel like I should have done something. It brings on the anxiety and stuff like that. But yeah. Just some constructive criticism. When you're doing your morning walk, you need to turn your microphone down a little bit. It clips. It's as down as far as it'll go. I've turned it down as far as it'll go, and that's the trouble with these microphones. I think obviously when the channel grows, I can get better equipment, but at the minute, this is all I can afford. Yeah, a lot of people have said that about the microphone. It's as down as far as it'll go. Yeah. Yeah, I looked at some. The thing as well is the reason I got these microphones is for when I go out and about and do demonstrations. I deliberately got the cheaper versions because I don't want to get the DJI Minis and then have some lefty come up and rip them off me. Because that has happened. I've seen that happen to a few people when we went to the Sheffield protest. The amount of wireless mics I saw on the floor smashed. It was loads, and that's why sometimes the audio is a bit crap when I'm doing the out and about stuff at the protest because I don't want to take my microphones out and get them smashed. But now I've got these cheaper ones, I might actually do that. I might actually start and go out with them. Yes, you inadvertently turned it down. Then yeah. Yes, there must be a lefty aftermarket for DJI Minis. Yeah. Right, that's what we're on 29 minutes. Right. So I just thought I'd do a little bit of an impromptu live stream. So if nobody's going to come in, I'm just going to call it on this one, guys. It's been a pleasure as always to see you all. A bit of a short and sweet one, but you know, it's still good one. It's good to talk to you guys and see what you're all up to and stuff. So yeah, thanks for coming along. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like the content. And I shall see you all in the next video. This is Vindicator signing off.